Our next guest was inside the Situation Room for today's meeting, incoming House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Congressman, thanks for being here tonight. You just heard that conversation. A lot of people are wondering, how can there be a cabinet meeting, a briefing in the Situation Room, 8 leaders from both parties, from both chambers of commerce, and the president, and the White House just told us nothing changed today? How can that be?
Well, it's what was the talk there, and I thank the president for putting the meeting together, because that's what has changed. The president, remember, the vice president went to Senator Schumer, who Senator Schumer could determine whether government stayed open or was shut down more than 13 days ago, and he made an offer to them. Schumer never got back to him, shut the government down, because what your viewers have to remember is not a simple majority in the Senate. It takes 60 votes. So it's the Democrats who decided about a shutdown. The president stays here with the vice president, wants to work this out. Democrat leadership leaves. So he brought everybody together inside the Situation Room. We were invited to go because we were going to have a briefing. That's what happens in Situation Rooms, about the crisis that's happening at the border today, the rise of those who are trying to come across the border, but more importantly, just within the last 48 hours, we had a violent mob kind of run across, try to get across the border as well. So we were having a briefing with the Secretary of Homeland. She couldn't get past the first sentence before she was interrupted by Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, and they pretty much stayed on script, almost like they had written a script. And they went through what they wanted to do, these 6 appropriation bills, move through, and then not do anything with Homeland Security. And
so what should our takeaway be from that, Congressman? I mean, is this about border security? Is this about money? Is this about the change of leadership that's about to happen and waiting till after that? What is this standoff really about?
It's not about money, because we have to appropriate within the dollar figure we've already set. So we can fund this easily, as you can see. The question is, philosophically, do you want to have open borders, or would you want to have a border that you actually can control? And do you want to open the government? So what the president really was able to pick up on, and it came up across with some of the Democrats, it might be easier for them to have this discussion after the vote for Speaker tomorrow. So the president said, let's go back on Friday after the Speaker vote, and maybe you'll be in a different position, could actually start negotiating so we could get the government open and secure our border.
Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer emerged from that meeting saying that Republicans refused, or the president in particular, refused to answer one question. Here's Nancy Pelosi today.
We have given the Republicans a chance to take yes for an answer. We have taken their proposals unamended by any House bipartisan amendments, but just staying true to what the Senate has already done. Our question to the president and to the Republicans is, why don't you accept what you have already done to open up government? And that enables us to have 30 days to negotiate for border security.
Perhaps you can answer that question for us.
Well, very clearly, for the last 13 days, the Democrats would offer nothing. Today, they offered nothing. There was only one side inside that room that was willing to compromise and come to an agreement. The number of times I had to ask the Democrats, okay, what is your offer then? Or I couldn't even get them to define what's border security. They say they believe in border security. Then I took it to the next level. Okay, could you define what border security is for me? Because they don't want to talk about having a wall. That's an element of border security. When you look at San Diego, El Paso, Yuma, Arizona, these have all cut down and made the community safe by more than 95% after being able to put some border security wall up as well.
I've got to leave it there, Congressman. There's a big couple of days coming up. Just finally, how long does this shutdown last? Your expectations there?
Well, this could be solved very quickly. I'm hopeful after the Speaker vote, they are in a different position, that they're willing actually to negotiate, find compromise, and bring this government back open, but also secure our border.
Congressman Kevin McCarthy, great to have you on the program tonight after a busy day. We appreciate it.